Alright guys, here we go. Game number 1, KONGDOO versus Caren Tiger. We have Caren Tiger on the defense first on Ruinberg.
Yep. Alright, so just to talk about who's on these tier 7s, so we're going to have Doodoo and Gugu Changman on the WZ. Of course, we'll try to shorten these names for you guys during the action. And Modame and Obelisk, as you'd expect, the two running the LTTBs for Caren Tiger.
You know, his name is Cow Thief in English, but in Korean it's actually Cow Chief. So I think like there was a mistake there somewhere. Something got lost in translation.
Yeah, sure.
Cow Chief, Cow Thief, I don't know.
This looks like Cow Chip as well, which I don't think that's how he wants to be known as. I certainly wouldn't.
All right, here is Obelisk on the LTTB. He's just going to drive by and shoot.
Yeah.
This is my hero, this guy.
All right, well, he's definitely the most famous in the league, and no doubt the Korean commentators are, if they haven't studied up on this, are about to find out exactly how powerful this player is.
Yep, Gulgul Jangman, he's on the WZ here.
Yeah, just kind of zoning. The interesting way about KONGDOO's played this is already starting to show us the Korean style is very patient. They're not even out of the city yet. 1 minute into this game, the IS-3s are actually pushing towards the top. So it looks like they're going to try to strategically place themselves on capture point number 1 after making a lot of noise and distracting. So trying to trick Caren Tiger.
Doodoo does take quite some damage there, and he's going to have to run out. You know, this is really funny. KONGDOO is actually going back into the city. We don't usually see this happen quite at all.
They're rotating. They're trying to trick Caren Tigers into thinking they're going for the second capture point, but they're actually just simply going back to capture point number 1. And this could put them into a good position, but already several tanks for Caren ready for this sort of rotation. They're already starting to figure out what it is that KONGDOO is doing. Now on the attack, of course, the sort of patient style can bite you in the back if you actually, are too patient. You run out of time.
Right, and again, like you said, they are on the attack. Right, so, all right, Gulgul Jangman, he's going to try to make a run for it. They're going to have to figure out what they want to do. I like the way that Caren Tiger is positioned right now. We have 2 IS-3s up top, 2 in the middle, and 1 down on that east side road, like we said. So that east side road, very, very well covered. But here, we could see KONGDOO is going to come around the south side.
All right.
And it looks like Modame is going to be the last. He's going to be the main target.
Yeah. He's found out now. He sees them. He's got visual of them. At this point, they don't know that he's there, though. They're about to get, see, some of these 6 senses are going off. They know that someone's around you. They don't know who it is. Oh, they found Modame. They see him.
They found him.
But he's buying time again.
He is, and you know what? They don't know if there's more than 1 tank there or not. They don't know if they should rush it or just wait it out. Modame is the only guy there. We're able to see that. I think the best option right now is to bring them to that road and try to get other members of Caren Tigers to hit at them from the top. But you know what? We are down to 4 minutes now.
Modame doesn't have anywhere to run either. They know he's alone at this point. He's out of balance, in fact, as you guys can see. I mean, he's right on the edge of the map, so he doesn't actually have anywhere to go. So they can't eliminate him here, but the longer it takes him to do so, the more clock works against him. And this allows Caren Tiger to get in position on this path on the right side, this little stone road on the east side. But Gulgul Jangman taking some damage.
Gulgul Jangman. So, in case you guys want to know, Gulgul is the sound that pigs make in Korea.
That's exactly it, Susie.
I really look how patient Polly and Hawami are right now. They know that they're on the defense and they can just wait it out.
I like how Caren Tigers playing this. They're like, do their research. They're like, KONGDOO's gonna play slow. We'll play their game. We're just gonna kind of essentially make them scared to make a bad decision, and they're gonna fizzle themselves out by trying to be too safe. Shot of Obelisk and of course Cow Thief there for just a second.
So Eldid is actually Theong in Korean.
Yeah.
Except those are the English equivalents to the Korean.
Right, like on a keyboard.
Yeah. Oh, Obelisk getting focused down. He's going to be able to. He can't make it out. He's just going to get rammed alive.
Apparently, he's also the most popular player amongst the Koreans as they went and hunted him down first.
Yes, they did. They were like, man, I want Obelisk's autograph and for him to be dead.
I love him so much. I just want to blow him up and say, I killed Obelisk. Now, this is still a decent position for Caren Tiger, of course, simply because even though they're down in tanks, they do have a good hit point lead, they just lost. All they need to do is to buy time for 2 minutes and 20 more seconds. Now, this is a cool sort of tech in that we see for KONGDOO running these lightweight tanks. They can rush to the capture point once they start to take an advantage.
But Caren Tiger, very good accuracy, still being able to hit these zippy little tanks. And again, there's Shihu Papa.
Papa's out. Down goes Polly
is down as well, so is Pitsit.
And Aki in a good position here to block so Shinoza can reload.
Oh, Dutu goes down on the LTTB, and now it is... KONGDOO definitely does have the upper hand right now.
Yeah. All right, Shinoza moving in to try to get a position behind this building so he can continue to reload. 1 minute and 40 seconds left. It just comes to a straight up fight. KONGDOO is highly favored.
Yep, one more shot, but he is not aiming over towards Diong.
Diong is actually now behind Aki though.
Oh goodness, Aki is down, and it is now 2 versus 4.
Ooh, 2 base captures, I like this. This is usually not the Asian way, but Koreans are playing this way a lot. They try to go for both capture points to threaten it. Looks like they're actually going to send the WZ-131 off the capture point to try to go on the hunt for Modame instead.
Yep. Okay, they are definitely sending more tanks into that base capture now. They are ready to see if they can get it done, but
Calthief is down.
And Red Bull is so low.
They need to deny this base capture one more time. If they can do that, they've almost secured a win.
He needs to get... Oh gosh.
Okay, they've reset the cap.
Yes, and this LTTB can come around. He's going to be able to take out WZ.
Oh,
Jungman goes down!
Okay, that's basically a win here for Caren Tiger as long as they can keep these 2 tanks alive for 35 more seconds. Diung found him though.
Oh, Shinoza needs to get out of there. He's going to take some shots.
Okay.
Oh, he needs to get him.
He's actually just going to 1v1, but he misses the last shot. He's on reload for 88 seconds.
All right, he just needs to run away. Where is Modame? The LTTB is fast enough to get to where he needs to be. Even though he's low, he could take out Red Bull.
All right. Modame just going to hang out in the corner just like the beginning of this game.
All right, but you know, we got 4 seconds.
Yeah, 4 seconds left, so they can't kill him. Looks like Caren Tiger is going to win by timeout here. Diong not able to get the kill, and that's it.
Wow, that is it. They were able to last out those last seconds, even though he was on reset. Oh, man.
What a great first game to start things off here. We're starting to see the Korean style, patience, but perhaps too patient.
Yeah.
That's the question at this point. Look at some more of this really cool art here. Some Caren Tiger / Charlotte Tiger fans.
Really, really good.
Even writing in Japanese there in hiragana. Up there at the top. I know how to read that, but it was too fast. I couldn't do it for you guys.
It's all right. It's fine. Wow, look at Caren Tigers there, looking so calm and collected. I don't know if they're happy with this win, the fact that they were, it was a timeout win.
Well, they're giving some high fives.
That's good.
Bringing the team morale up. I have to say, all that KONGDOO did wrong, it's arguably did they even do it wrong, was they were just a bit too patient. They took too long to eliminate these tanks. If the clock was not a factor, they probably would have won that game. They would have eventually hunted down and killed Modame. But because the clock is your 8th tank, if you will, on the defending side, they were able to just outlast it. I liked how they had those lightweight tanks. They were using those to, after they got an advantage, after they got a position advantage, to send them to the other capture point. You're staying where you are with the most of your tanks to lock down where Caren Tigers are, then send those lightweights to cap the other point. Let's see if they stay with that or if they're going to go a little bit more standard here.
Yeah, we'll take a look as we go into the second game. IS3s all down the board for Caren Tiger. Again, 2 LTTBs. Interesting.
And a 5100, so same build for Caren.
Okay, it's safe, right? This is what we're used to seeing.
Now let's see what KONGDOO's got to offer here. 2 IS3s already, as mentioned. But will they be bringing those lightweights, or are they going to try to tech in a 1390? If you want a little bit of a faster autoloader. We have seen 2 5100s out of certain teams. Namely, Immortals was running that in our APAC Asia. They could also just add a 4th IS3 and some lightweights. Okay,
all right, there's some lightweights.
Yeah, at least one. There's a 1390 tech in. I like this better than the LTTBs, to be totally honest.
2 of them.
Really like this. I like this a lot. Susie, let me tell you one more time how I like this.
Wait, do you like this?
I'm kind of into it, yeah.
And the
MT25 to round things off. I think we saw this tank one time on this map. The tier 6 lightweight. It's a little quick zippy tank. It's escaping me if it's an autoloader or not, but we'll find out very soon as the game loads up. One of the cool things you can notice about it looking at its picture is that it's a very small tank, very small surface area, can avoid fire very easily.
That's the thing that hides really well.
Yeah.
I mean, you want a tank that's going to fit into little crevices and little bushes and stuff.
Yeah.
That is your tank for you.
That's the one you want. All right. The map again, of course, going to remain Ruinberg for 3 more sets before we switch to that second unknown map. I'm pretty hyped for this, you know?
Yeah.
We already saw a great game 1. And I'm expecting nothing but the best from these two again going into game 2. All right. Players are all ready.
Yes, they are. And here we go. We're going to go ahead into game number 2. Join SAO.
I don't know. I join it. Let's go into game number 2, guys, on Ruinberg.
All right, set number 2, we have begun, and Caren Tiger taking that first map. They're on the defense one more time, and here are our tanks.
Okay. Doo-doo on the MT-25. That's kind of like the sort of idea of just kind of like...
It's a Soviet tier 6 light tank, like you said, just this itty-bitty tank.
It's tiny, quick, small surface
It's the
area.
one that leads into being an LTTB.
Yes.
So it's like the one step below it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not a terrible fighter, but it just can't take a hit. 570 hit points only.
I mean, I understand why they would take that, right? Because if you have the 2 AMX, the 1390s are going to take your spot for tier 8s. You need a good, tier 6, and I feel like they've been going with the LTTB. Why not go with the one right before it?
No, I mean, even at its like deepest level culturally, you know, Korean strategists, you know, for even baseball, like to change things up, and I do like that they're kind of going even into game 2 with something a little bit different. And I think that the 1390s, if they can connect, especially if they can hit those LTTBs early on, could be game changers here. All right, Cow Thief hiding in the city.
Oh, he sure is. Cow Thief is in the city, but I really like this. KONGDOO, the rest of them all on that road that we were talking about earlier, the one on the east side, and they're just going to camp there.
What you saw was Cow Thief on screen there for just a second. He was calling out to his teammates, you know, what he's seeing, how many tanks there are, what kind of tanks there are, how aggressive they could be on the second capture point. Now, Caren Tiger is lined up to deny this capture, but this is a much more aggressive, a much more early capture for KONGDOO, so there's still a lot of flexibility as to what they can do should Caren Tiger start firing upon this the MT-25. If they lose it, though, that takes away a lot of their vision. It takes away a lot of opportunities to scout. Now, notice that he's hiding behind this bush because he's such a small tank, it's hard to physically see it.
I know, he's so tiny, and this is a really good strategy. Base capture is now, the timer is down to 60 seconds, and
they could also push those 2 IS-3s into there once it gets down to like below 20 and try to do a quick cap, a surprise cap.
All right, he is making some noise, though. I think he is trying to attract some kind of, he wants to attract, yes.
Well, that base capture is getting now down to about half of its time. I feel like pushing the IS-3s there at like below 20 is a good strategy, but here comes Caren Tiger. Shiu Papa is trying to block them out as well, though. Good position. It's hard to see him. It's hard to get a visual. Red Bull as well.
Oh, Doo-Doo does get found, though, and he's going to take some damage. He's going to have to zip out of there. Isn't able to do so.
Able to pick up the kill. You know that MT-25 does some pretty gnarly damage, so I'm a bit surprised. It's pretty strong there in that one shot it did.
Wow, yeah.
Now, we are going to see Diong over here trying to find Modame and Opalisk. If they come around the corner, he's going to put that auto damage off. He's protected by Cow Thief currently, as well as Gul. Can you say you're Korean? You're better than me at this.
Gulguljangmen.
I can't say it quickly like you can now.
Oh, Obelisk getting caught out. He is now sandwiched between Diong and Gulguljangmen, and that is going to be it for him. That was definitely a mistake.
Yeah, an early advantage here for KONGDOO now. I like how they decided to kind of turn the last game on its head and play a lot more aggressively. Obviously, it's working out for them pretty well. Shinoza goes down. Modame might follow suit here. He's on the retreat with that LTTB. And there you go, taking
Oh
266
gosh,
more
yeah.
damage.
I feel like they definitely.
A key with the cover fire, though.
Yes, but you know, at the same time, Caren Tiger just playing this very, very horribly. They are overextending themselves. They're just getting caught out of position, and just like that, pits it right. He's going to sit there and be targeted by 2 different tanks.
Cow Thief hiding in that very secure spot as well. 2 base captures going on.
Right, and one by one, Caren Tigers are just dropping like flies right now. All right, so Bulbe, his name is Bulbe, but it says Biv.
That's right, yeah.
Bulbe is actually short for Black Bear, too.
Yeah. A weird abbreviation there. But this is going to be the end. Hwami, the last man standing. And
not anymore.
Not anymore.
And DeYoung is going to get that last kill, and we have KONGDOO taking game number 2.
Korea, the home field advantage, perhaps. They're starting to feel it a little bit, you know. A big cheer from the crowd when they take that game. Obviously, a lot of fans here really want KONGDOO to do well. Look at how many people we've got here in the studio, and that's not even all of them. There's a lot of people standing at the back as well. You guys can't even see.
Indeed, and the score is now tied 1-1. And I'm feeling like this crowd kind of wants KONGDOO to win. It could just be me, but you know, we're in Korea and all.
Yeah. You know, I think there's a big favoring of the crowd here for them. But this is just game 2. But already they've shown their flexibility. Change up their styles completely. Tech in those 1390s. Use them. Be more aggressive. Do the opposite. You know, flip the coin on its head and do exactly what your opponent is not expecting you to do after they watch the first game.
Oh, watch out! Watch out! It's gonna shoot.
It's dangerous. Gotta be careful. He's looking at us.
That thing is pretty awesome. It is actually right at me. I'm really scared about it. He's like, your casting is terrible. I'm gonna shoot you. No! I'll be better, I
You know,
promise.
the more I look at it, I think it's an SPG. You know, it kind of looks like an SPG.
Well, as long as that's not Obelisk, I'm totally in the clear. It's
that
okay.
would be freak. It's 2 Operas, as it turns out.
All right, here we go, guys. This is the tanks. The tank picks.
We've switched sides now. Caren Tiger is on the attack. KONGDOO will be on the defense. Caren Tiger's also running 2 1390s. What if they bring a third one? That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God! What? This is not right. This is not natural, Susie.
This is not right.
There's too much auto loading on this round. This tank list is just too many auto loaders. This is just unnatural and strange. This isn't supposed to happen like this,
This
Susie.
is not supposed to happen.
Now, how
like
will
this.
KONGDOO respond? 3 IS3s at T54, 150-100, not 3 50-100s and 2 1390s, and an LTTB comp probably going to bring us 2 LTTBs, and there they are. Well, let me tell you guys how this is about to go. Caren Tiger is going to bust out of the city, guns blazing, auto load damage.
If this is the Wild Wild West, that is exactly what we're going to be able to see.
This is the Wild Wild Runeberg, apparently, Susie.
Oh my gosh.
This is actually pretty exciting.
Oh.
I was joking when I said, what if they just brought in a third 1390? Then they brought 3 5100s.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
This is not how it's supposed to be, Susie, but I'm pretty hyped. Not gonna lie.
This is, oh man.
This is either going to be a crushing victory or a crushing defeat, either way.
Either way, I love it. Here we go. Okay, set number 3. We have KONGDOO versus Caren Tiger. Caren Tiger is now on the attack, and man, are they equipped for that attack.
Yep. It's KONGDOO versus AMX City. Like,
Wow.
it's like, I don't know, I went to the store and I bought a whole bag of AMX.
Hey guys, I picked up some extra AMX.
I heard you guys liked AMX, so we brought 5 of them.
That is so crazy.
Here they go. They're pushing through all 3 roads, in fact. And they are going to just target down anyone they see. Looks like the first target is going to be one of these LTTBs.
It sure does. Obelisk manning the M6. Of course, he's going to be the guy on that extra, the last tank, the weird tank that we don't really get to see a lot of. But, oh, Gurgurjang guy.
All right, 2 tanks in the capture point, but so much support coming around the corner. Now, Aki is the only IS tank on this battlefield for Caren Tiger. If he could get in there and give some defensive shots, it would be great. These two 1390s right behind the bush here, different skins as well, pretty cool.
They are, and okay, yeah, 33 seconds on base capture number 2. It looks like they are totally trying to bait out KONGDOO to come and do something irrational so that they can just shoot them all down.
Now, Opalus on the M6 is one of the beefier tier 6s, and he's going to just come in here and sit. He wants the triple cap. 12 seconds to go. Kaladeep and Kungu Jungman have to do something about this.
No way, 10 seconds, 9. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, they are going to try to do something. However, the base capture down to 7 seconds again.
Yeah, it's 3 tanks in there. It should be maybe a 4 with the poly.
Perfect. Kaladeep does take some damage, but
Hawami's going to take him out here with one more shot. He's got to get behind that wall.
Oh.
4 tanks in the cap.
4 tanks in the cap. They don't know which one to hit. 8 seconds left on this timer.
Okay, gets reset briefly, but as the bullets wear away, 7 seconds, 6 seconds here. Aki and Shinoza giving so much support fire, but they get reset again.
Oh, Opalus does go down, guys. There are 3 tanks left now in here, and they're going to go ahead and take damage. This is not going to work anymore. It keeps getting reset. Red Bull does go down, however.
Yep. Blue Bear.
And Caren Tigers have to leave the base capture.
The strategy has failed. The strategy has failed, and now they can only just leave and hope and pray that something else is going to go right, but I just don't think it will.
I don't think it will. They really tried it. Akiva is going to take some damage right here. Now, Deong is going to kill him off.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, there we go. Oh no, it was Black Bear.
Gets him. So, I mean, this is the beginning of the end here. 2 tanks left. They are reloaded now finally, but can they take out 6 tanks? I highly doubt it. Hawami falls, and now it's only Shinoza with 4 rounds left.
Oh,
he has to eliminate 6 tanks.
I don't think that's going to happen. Shinoza is pretty much stuck in there now, and yeah, there's really nothing that they can do.
Caren Tiger could just wait if they wanted to be super patient, or rather, excuse me, KONGDOO could just wait if they wanted to be patient, but they're not going to. They're going to take Shinoza out and take the lead, 2-1.
Yep, Doo-Doo goes ahead and finishes off that game.
All right, well, that
so
didn't
close.
work, and I don't think we're going to see it again. It's going to be...
It was a good try.
It's going to be the last game on this map.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. KONGDOO with 2 wins and 1 loss now.
That 2-1 score.
Tiger, they're going to have to think of something else that's kind of a new strategy, if you will. Like you said, that crazy AMX party didn't really work out for them there.
Well, basically, KONGDOO found a few different angles to fire on where they weren't exposed, and that destroyed the crux of the strategy. Because the crux of the strategy is you create panic, KONGDOO runs in to try to deny those base captures, and then the autoloaders just blast the tanks to bits from a distance where they're safe. Kaladeep was in a great position. Even though he was being fired upon, was able to find that safety. Shinoza couldn't get in, and it was just this... Eventually, once you get locked out once or twice, the strategy ends because there's so much ricochet, you're getting reset too many times, you're taking too much damage, and then your plan isn't working anymore.
All right. Well,
I don't think we're going to see it again.
No, I hope we don't see it again.
It would be fun,
I mean, I do want to still see the 1390s. I think that's a really good choice, like you said. But yeah, KONGDOO going with the
4 IS3 pop.
No way.
If 3 AMX 200s wasn't enough, it's time to... Oh, they're doing the whole thing.
They're doing it again.
The whole shaboodle. Like, Aki just like waves to the camera.
Oh, Aki just waved. Yep. KONGDOO is not expecting this.
No. But they're running an extra IS3, which is good against this. It is strong against this. Let's see if they can actually make this work. Now, Caren Tiger might approach a different capture point.
That's true. That is very, very true. And KONGDOO, I'm sure, is probably thinking, they can't possibly do this again.
They could do something totally different with this. We really don't know. If they do the exact same thing again, they're hoping for luck, and that worries me.
All right, well...
Another thing to keep in mind, Runeberg is a terrible map for SPGs just in general, so poor Opalus isn't going to be able to use his strength right now, which makes me sad.
Well, hopefully we'll see him on Mines or something next map. That would be great.
The M6 he did really well with, though. He blocked for those 1390s and tanked the damage, as the M6 is one of the beefier tier 6s in the game, so... in competitive play, that is, of course. And I think it's a smart play, the way he was using it, but let's see. Let's see how they do it this time.
Let's see how they do it this time as we go into set number 4. Man, Caren Tiger versus KONGDOO.
All right, it's time. Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Set number 4, KONGDOO versus Caren Tigers. KONGDOO was up 2 games, but now they're on the defense.
That's right, Susie. Changing sides here. But let's see.
I'm still like, yeah, they're on the defense
see,
again.
Yeah, but let's see it. Let's see how Caren Tiger
and the AMX party.
Yeah, the AMX party, the AM maximum AMXs.
Oh, please. That was awful.
That was bad.
That was pretty bad. Okay, so here we can see Caren Tiger is going to send some of those all the way up north. They're going to go north. It is definitely a different strategy than they had last time.
Okay.
But
so
do you think they're going to go ahead? Wait. Gulgur Jungman might go ahead and get caught out. He's the only one in the middle there. Oh, no. But
they split up in a similar way this time, but a bit heavier on the move to the top capture point. Okay, they're showing Modame and Pitsit. Pitsit living up to his name here.
He is going to sit in that pit. Actually, you know, now that I looked at it, it might be SLT.
Oh, I think it is, but we have to call him Pitsit.
No, he's
we call him that for a whole season.
Yes, we have. We sure have.
He's Pitsit to me forever. I'm going to talk to him after the game and be like, you are Pitsit now.
Change your name,
change the L to an I.
Oh, wow. All right, but you know what? Look at this. Poly, Obelisk, and Hawami up north. I think they might want to go ahead and try to capture this top base as well.
They want to collapse on top of these tanks and just have a big party with all their auto load damage.
Yes.
But once they fire all their shots once, that's it. They all have long reload times.
It's just one big party.
All right.
Hey, it's their party, and they'll shoot if they want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well said, Susie. You're just such a maestro with these words. All right, Opolis is getting pretty low. It's time for this to end, I feel. Oh, he dodges this one, though.
He does. Look how low this tank is that he's able to dodge it so easily.
All right, Doo-Doo's in trouble.
Doo-Doo.
Polly's going for it.
Doo-Doo,
and down he goes.
Is down. And Obelisk and Shinoza, I like that they're hiding behind this building right now. Base capture down to, it's been hit. Obelisk is down. Base capture is at 80 seconds again. Shinoza getting hit again.
The key is down too, and that's their IS-3. That's kind of their tanky tank. The protector, and he's gone now. Polly down to 1 round left.
Deong has gone down as well. This is just kind of like, this is very different from how I see KONGDOO play. KONGDOO usually doesn't like to do this pick-off thing, you know? They like to just play as a team, all together.
Red Bull very low. Oh, and that was a missed shot. Hawami's got 1 left. And he hits it, but it's not enough.
Oh, Red Bull does finish off Hawami, though, and he survives.
32 health left on Red Bull. Modame in a bad spot here as well. He's trying to outmaneuver.
Go ahead, and you want to crash into him, dude. Make sure that Gulgur Jungman doesn't get you, but...
Shihu Papa, another kill as well.
Oh.
And this is looking like another KONGDOO win.
It does. Well, Red Bull is down very, very low. It is... Oh, Shinoza... Cal Thief does snipe him off very, very easily.
Red Bull goes down finally, but
3v2, man.
Caren Tigers are going to have to win this with one 1390 that's got 25 seconds of cooldown left, and Polly, who's got only 2 shots left, versus 3 tanks, 2 of them being IS-3s. Okay, so Shiu Papa is, though, on the other hand, with 40 seconds of reload, so he's essentially out of the picture for right now. This is winnable, but they have to really, really pick apart Cal Thief, KONGDOO's best and leading player.
Oh my gosh, this is. Oh gosh, be careful, Polly. He's
Polly's
right
back there.
Cal Thief's gonna.
Polly doesn't have anywhere to run with anymore either.
This is hilarious. They're just playing Ring Around the Rosie around this house.
But the longer this happens, the better it is for KONGDOO. Clock is in their favor.
Whoa!
Oh, nice shot. Korean crowd goes wild. Now, 360 hit points left on Modame. And he has to kill these tanks in 3 minutes.
3 minutes, I don't think there's anything really he can do right now. He's down 360 HP, and he's just gonna drive around town like It was nice being here, dude.
I mean, he's going to probably try to go the second capture point, but he's not going to be able to stay there for 90 seconds.
No, obviously not.
No one's going to let that happen.
I mean,
right now he might actually
and Cow Thief are just gonna hang out, right? Yeah,
realistically, right now he might be like talking to his teammates about the next map and just trying to buy some extra time. Not even kidding, but I mean, he's gonna go for this. They're already covering both capture points. It's up to Modame to cap.
Wow, Modame's just making as much noise as possible.
Yeah, he's really not being stealthy about this.
No, not at all. And yep, he's gonna go to that other base capture point.
The second that the 90 appears on this screen. Here, the 99 appears, that base capture timer appears.
Yep.
They're going to eventually point their turrets. Look at that. Like a magnet. They know he's there.
So the question is now, how many seconds does it take for Modame to go down?
Let's find out. Starting at the bid at 10.
I'm going to say, no, really?
I mean, I'm just saying it was 10 seconds when I said that.
Oh, I was like, what? 10 seconds? No way.
Now 20.
Before it hits 50, maybe?
I would say pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Shiu pop in a good spot here. Now, Modame's hidden by the bush. They don't know exactly where he's positioned. Oh, well, he moved, so never mind.
He's out. He's going to try to find a better place.
He's trying to hide where these houses are blocking so they can't see him.
But you know, it doesn't even matter. KONGDOO knows that they have two tanks. 60 seconds. That's a full minute for them to make shots.
It's already reset as well.
Well,
and
there
that
we
is
go.
going to be it.
Goodbye, Modame.
He's going to be killed by a ram here, most likely.
There we go. Cow Thief does finish it off, and KONGDOO take game number 4.
A 3-1 lead now, which is the same situation we had in the previous game, which means that whichever side they spawn on the next map could be the last spawn, assuming KONGDOO wins both games in a row. So that's a scary thought going to the next map. If you're Caren Tiger right now, I don't think the AMX plan was a good one. It was a unique idea. Maybe it works a lot for them in practice. Maybe it works against, like B Gaming, for example, probably one of the teams they practice with a lot because there's no language barrier. But I have to say, I was a bit disappointed. But Susie, I have good news. We're going to Lakeville.
I know, I just saw it too. I'm so excited. Lakeville is the best map. And you know what? I am so excited to see how KONGDOO will play on this map. We've seen Caren Tigers do really well here. I wouldn't be surprised to see if they pick this map to play on.
Right. So I've studied a bit of KONGDOO's play on this map. Well, just simply because I've got a TV in my house and OGN plays tanks every now and then, and I was watching a match. They're very much city-based. They're really all about those heavy tanks. Not as much about moving through the valley, but that might mean that moving through the valley is how they play today because they want to do something different from what they've shown before.
That is very true, and you know what? Then if we're going to go super Inception-ish, then what if Caren Tigers were doing the same thing, and or KONGDOO were watching Caren Tiger. They know they go to the valley a lot, so thus they stay in the city, and then everyone's all over the place. Oh gosh, Wolf!
It's pretty crazy. I have to say, one of the things that's most important is who's on the attack. We're going to find out in just a second. But if they're on the defense, it's a totally different story, and in fact they are. KONGDOO will be defending first. So it's not only going to be all about the city way, it could just be about responding to Caren Tigers.
That is true.
Uh-oh, the IS-3 locks are real. This is a good picks if they've studied how KONGDOO likes to play this map.
I think they have.
City-based push is going to be kind of the way to go.
Yes, and again, 2 IS-3s for KONGDOO right now also tells me that. But,
Tiger
whoa. The T-54s, man. T-54s on KONGDOO's side tell me that they kind of want to leave that city.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's also a little bit of extra flexibility. One of the reasons why you see T-54s on, this map or any map on the defense is sometimes just simply because you want to be able to react quickly. And this happens very rarely, but the T-54 is the most valuable tank to have when you're in a timeout situation because it's the most mobile, can escape and hide the easiest. Tiger 1, we have never seen Caren Tiger play this, or maybe they're trying to be spunky here because they are the Caren Tigers.
Oh, shoot.
But 1390 on the side of KONGDOO as well, going to be their only real Tier 8 auto load. They are bringing a 12-ton as well.
Yeah. So
a bit of extra damage there. The T-32 going to be nice to set up, pointing towards base capture point number 2 under that hill. So I like the setup here, for sure.
All right. So, it sounds like the game is going to be ready very, very soon. First game on Lakeville. We're going to go into set number 5. I am so excited to see how this is going to pan out on Lakeville.
So am I, Susie. There's Cow Thief, and there's Obelisk. The two big names on these teams.
Here we go. All right, guys, set number 5, KONGDOO versus Caren Tiger. KONGDOO is up 3, Caren Tiger's 1, and this is going to be the first game on Lakeville.
So these Tigers are similar to, okay, so the role that they serve is basically kind of like a Bulldog, except it's not. It's a tier 7 tank that's better than a 6 in that sense, right? And it's not the LTTB, it's not super fast tier 7. It's a tanky tier 7, so it's almost like adding in 2 extra IS3s. It's got 1,500 hit points. Just like an IS3, it's fully upgraded, so same hit point pool there. I mean, this is one of the only games we'll ever see a team's total hit points hit over 10K in a competitive match.
Yeah. Wow, I just noticed that too.
So, very rare, but on this city front here, which Obelisk and Madame are trying to counter, you see how KONGDOO likes to play. They're very city-focused, usually on the attack, of course, but on the defensive, they're very familiar with the city because that's how they like to approach the attack. And we're going to see them try to, essentially add 2 extra heavies in.
Right, and the Tigers, it's good for supportive play style, and it's good for, it's just good support. It's just heavy,
beefy tier 7s,
beefy.
It's like
Beefy, I like that.
It's
Beefy
like
Tigers.
You wanted 2 extra IS3s, but that's against the rules, so you got 2 Tigers instead. that's the idea.
Okay, well, you said that KONGDOO usually likes to play heavy in the city, but right now we can see that they are spread out. We have a T-54 and, we got 2 T-54s actually over by the valley side, while it's Caren Tigers who are sitting pretty in the city. So I think they really did study each other out and then decide to go the opposite way.
Sure. KONGDOO is got a great spread here, focused on the city. Shihu Papa, though, looking down, making sure no one's coming from the valley. It's the 5100s, actually, that are set to perhaps do this. And I think the idea here is that they're going to take a while to get across there, so we want to send them there first. And if they send this tank out here to scout, we might get found by, in this case, Polly, who's looking down that way.
Oh, from the lakefront. Okay, that's the road we're going to call the path.
Yes.
That's what we've been calling it, the pathway. That's the road in between the mountain and the lake.
Yeah. And then there's the valley, which is in between the mountains. That's the other pathway, if you will.
Yes.
So some terminology, that's some Susie and Wolf terminology for you. Everyone who's been following the season knows all these things, but there might be some new viewers in here tonight. Now, Shihu Papa is going to take some shots across, trying to find some damage.
Does take some damage. I like that ricochet that just happened on top of him.
It looked cool.
It did. Cow Thief still trying to take those shots from afar.
Yeah, Cow Thief in that exact same place I was talking about, on the far left side where you've got that hill to hide behind.
Now it looks like those tanks are stuck, as there's members of KONGDOO all over the place. Hawami again taking some shots.
A lot of the clock has been eaten away at this point, Susie.
Yeah,
down to
4 minutes.
Yeah.
And look, Pitsit and Akiv are stuck behind this boulder.
Not able to do much. An insanely good position right now for KONGDOO.
Yep, and Shihu Papa right now. Oh, wow, look at that ricochet. That turret did not take any damage at all.
Madame going to take another shot.
How is he able to? Wow!
Good wiggles here.
KONGDOO just really on the money here. They're hitting all their marks. And now Shinoza is like, I know there's a guy on this pathway. I'm going to go get him.
Well,
he needs to come down.
Trying to find an angle. This is kind of what they were betting on in the late game.
Okay, because, look, Shihu Papa has no idea that Shinoza is up here. So he's just like taking shots across the lake. If we can get Shinoza down there to just keep taking shots, that's one threat, and then we can get Pitsit and Akiv to leave this boulder area. But you know what? I don't even think at this point, it might be too late. Akiv down to 18 HP.
I feel like the golden time marker, I always say, is about 320 or so. When at that point, it's like, what your plan has been so far can't really be changed. There's no way they're going to rotate heavy tanks to the first capture point. They have to try to force their way out of this city and hit the first capture point. But the coverage here is insane.
It is, and Caren Tigers now have 2 minutes and 40 seconds to hurry up and do something. And at this point, I think they're going to run out of time. KONGDOO is now definitely ahead. Here we go. Now we have the push out. They have to leave this position and do something. Polly does take critical hits, and
Black
he
Bear
goes
takes him
down.
out. Dudu's gonna
Akif
take
goes
the
down.
key.
Yep.
And the capture has started for just a second. Dudu goes down as well in the 12th ton, but that's not the quintessential tank. That's not the tank that they're going to be too sad about losing.
Absolutely not. Mudame does go down. Black Bear does not like the fact that Mudame killed his friend, and Shihu pop up, 100% HP, just across the lake, shooting at random members of Caren Tigers and hitting everything. Opolis does go down. Cow Thief takes out Pitsit, and now it is 2v everyone.
Yes.
No, 2v6.
Well, 2v6. To be fair, I mean, the 12 ton not the biggest factor, as I said before, but Red Bull's going to take out Hawami, and now it's up to Shinoza with 2 rounds left.
Yep.
Shihu Papa, it's almost like he knew he was there the whole
Shihu
time.
Papa was like, all right, now it's your turn, buddy.
And that's going to be it. Another one-sided game.
Very, very one-sided. That spread and coverage by KONGDOO was absolutely amazing. And now KONGDOO is going to go ahead and take 4th win.
Now they're in match point.
Oh,
One win away.
gosh.
And you know what? I studied a little bit of KONGDOO before going to this, and like I said, I kind of caught some of their matches. They're one of the more popular teams in Korea. There was another Korean Tank League, another broadcasting studio out here, and they were Arete back then, but they were looking insanely strong. By far the best Korean team, a sick lineup of players. Cow Thief really holding them together. But I looked at their play and I thought, they're slightly favored here. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think they're slightly favored. But I look at this, and this doesn't look slight.
No.
This looks like they are way
This is
outplaying
domination.
Caren Tigers.
This is absolute domination. This is like watching EL Gaming versus like Run.
Another thing to keep in mind that we haven't even touched on, which we definitely should, these guys are playing on their hometown. They're playing where they're from, no jet lag, in the comfort of their home area. After this match, they can go straight home. They can chill with their friends, with their families, or whatever. This is where they're used to. They're in this production studio where the broadcast language is primarily Korean. The staff is primarily Korean. A lot more comfort, for sure, for KONGDOO. They're used to this. They've practiced here before. They've been offline in Korea, so I think it gives them somewhat of an edge. But overall, their play has been super solid.
I'm going to say you can't attest all of that to their play.
Sure,
today.
sure.
This is skill, man. And KONGDOO has definitely shown us how incredibly skilled they are on this map. And to be fair, there is no time difference really with Japan and
Actually,
Korea.
that's totally
Come on.
correct. You're absolutely right.
We're both +9,
Yeah,
really.
same exact time zone. We're going to see our first 59-16 of the night for KONGDOO here as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we're seeing the same sort of LTTB comp from Caren Tiger with 3 IS3s. I don't know about this. I'd like to see them try to do something different. Maybe even try to push to the valley.
Yeah.
Risky, but
It is risky, but I think that's something KONGDOO hasn't really practiced all that much.
And KONGDOO clearly knows how to deal with the city push. We saw that last game. And they're not even concerned about Polly on the 5100 right outside of Shihu Papa. He's not even concerned. And he's got all that extra cover fire. I think it's time to change it up and do something different. They're on their last life here in this tournament. Of course, they will play the 3rd place match if they lose, but they are not going to the finals if they lose this game. They have to win 3 games in a row to force a tiebreaker. Pretty tough feat.
That is a pretty tough feat. And as we head into game number 6, hopefully Caren Tigers has something to roll up their sleeves because they're going to need something short of a miracle if they're going to try to win this. Cow Thief with his water. Here we go, guys. Game number 6. Set number 6. This could be the last game, Wolf, of the evening. If KONGDOO takes this, then they're going straight to face EL Gaming in the finals tomorrow, 4-1, and now they are on the defense one more time.
We talked about it at the very beginning of the show. We had all these interviews and whatnot. Both KONGDOO and EL Gaming were both saying they were insanely confident that they were going to be talking about KONGDOO. That's almost all they talked about in the interviews. KONGDOO's talking about Young, and EL is talking about KONGDOO because they both expect that they will be in the finals. And so far, I feel KONGDOO's having a much easier time of it. It's...
Oh, wow, yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I'm like watching this mini-map right now.
Yeah, as we do see a pretty similar sort of approach, although we do see Opolis on the LTTB pushing towards the beach first.
Yes.
Or the path, I should say. Pass.
All right. Tutu is making some noise right now with that 59-16. Modame as well. Also taking shots. This is funny. I feel like KONGDOO is really adapting to how Caren Tiger plays. Like, they're showing us, like, we're not very rigid, guys. We can play how the Asians play, how the Asian server plays, and really beat you at your game.
Yeah, no, I totally see what you're saying. Oh, look at this. Gugu Changman.
Gulgul Changman.
Yeah, sorry.
Just call him Gulgul.
I'll do that. I'm really bad with the San sounds, like San Hyuk in this case, but...
Just call him Gulgul, or we can just call him Piggy.
Piggy boy up here, Stopanopolis.
Hey, his name is Piggy Man, okay?
Piggy Awesome Man. Amazing Man.
It is. It's Piggy Awesome Man, actually, guys. That's the translation of his name.
It's basically Awesome Piggy Man, which is pretty funny, and also, I mean, he is pretty awesome. Let's just put it out there.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
pretty awesome.
He's pretty much an awesome Piggy Man.
Okay.
That's kind of who he is. Now, Opolis here zoning, also threatening. With the two LTTVs protecting, I think it's Polly over there again. This is a good way to threaten the attention of KONGDOO, but this is a time-costly strategy. It's going to cost them a lot of time.
It is. I kind of do like the 5100, like Polly and Opolis, seeing if they can go together. Modame, I feel like, is going to go ahead and join them as well and try to head down that valley.
They've already burned, you know, a minute and a half here, essentially. Starting to worry about Caren Tiger's approach again.
They need to do something. That's the thing. They just need to go ahead and pick a plan and move with it. And because KONGDOO, again, on the defense, they can just sit pretty for the next 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
KONGDOO is such a great defensive team. We said it earlier. You know, they're solid at defense. Korean scene is all about defending, taking little advantages, and obviously KONGDOO pretty good at that. So on a map that basically is decided by two different types of pushes, as long as they have good coverage and react quickly, the defensive side is going to be favored.
Caren Tigers also, though, they're a very defensive team as well. I think this is the problem. When they're on the attack, they need to just go.
Yeah.
But right now, it's almost like they're scared. All right, like I said, here's Polly and Opolis going to go head down this valley now. Modame does need to come and help out, but I think he's going to just give cover fire to make sure that he can hit everything across the lake.
At this point, KONGDOO is just not being phased by the pressure.
No.
Both sides are inching closer and closer towards these capture points from the valley and from the city. But unfortunately, KONGDOO has just still got perfect coverage.
Yeah, they sure do. Opolis, if he inches any more forward, he's going to go ahead and get hit.
3 minutes and 20 is that time. You know, I would say, like, that's about where you're really playing with fire time-wise. Okay, it looks like this is the first time KONGDOO's going to move.
Yes, they're going to move, but you know what? They're going to go ahead and get shot at. Polly, even though he has full rounds, he's going to take damage here.
They're not able to take any shots, and this is a big problem. Polly with full rounds, not getting anything. Opolis goes down.
Oh gosh, Opolis does go down, and he ends up blocking Polly. Polly does absolutely nothing.
Not a single shot connecting.
That was a loss. That's a 2 for nothing.
Yep, and now Red Bull does fall to this push out of the city, but can Caren Tiger continue the momentum out here? The LTTB with some cover fire. It's Modame, he's got that cover fire.
Modame is the only one over there, though, and Black Bear, even though he does take some damage, I think he's going to be able to take out Modame. Oh, maybe not. Black Bear is getting shot at from across the way. Modame does go down.
Modame's down. Pit sit, taking some serious damage as well. Calthief could look to finish him from behind. And he's down now, just so low, 45 hit points. The next shot will do it. Caren Tigers.
Shoot, Papa's just like, I'm just going to shoot over this way. Maybe I'll hit something. Calthief does kill Pitsit.
Caren Tigers down to 2 tanks now, as Shinoza falls as well.
Oh gosh, Akiv, he is going to be sandwiched between Gurgur Jungman and Calthief at this point.
Yeah, Huami
and
also being pushed physically out of position.
Theong is just going to push him into this fire zone, and everyone is going to die. This is it. Huami's done. Theong kills it, and KONGDOO's going to the finals, guys.
Korea representing, and we're going to have a rematch. A rematch between EL Gaming and KONGDOO.
This is going to be so good. I think this is the final that everyone was waiting for. KONGDOO advances. We're going to see him tomorrow. And
let's just take a moment and say Koreans are really good at esports.
Wait, no. What?
I mean, they are just good at every game, Susie. Now,
Is the West just lucky that there's certain titles that are not popular in Korea? Because Korea can just dominate them all.
Yep. If there's enough people to practice, they are going to practice hard, and they're going to try to go for the win. Now, Caren Tiger with a good showing.
Yeah.
I feel like the AMX sort of style that we saw in Runeberg might have been their demise. They had a little bit more flexibility, have then thrown those games away. Just didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
You know, the strategy is there, but the response was good. I feel like this would work very well against a team like maybe Horsemen or Immortals.
Yeah.
But against KONGDOO's super defensive style, this was not enough.
Well, you know what? They're going to have to go ahead and prepare now for RefornGaming tomorrow to see if they can make third place at least, you know? And again, a third place finish is what they had last time. And I think that they should be happy with that at least again this time around.
Yep. Well, they're going to face off against Reforn in that third place. So another option. But I feel like they've proved that they are a great team. Hopla is such a friendly guy. At least this team lives all over